Alrighty guys, so while I'm waiting for Frosted to get ready for this week of EWT, I wanted to go ahead and I wanted to talk about why there was no video last week. So the week prior, I got a lot of, prior to week 4, so week 3, the week prior, I got a lot of really negative comments that kind of really got to me. One of them was basically just like saying, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you so bad now? Saying, I've even seen people saying that they hate watching my videos because I've fallen off, and I'm just like, if that's how you feel about me when I lose and only like me when I win, then I don't want to post losses, because I try to take losses on the chin and I try to take them as like, I know what I did wrong and I know how to improve. But whenever I get a lot of comments like that, it really just, it's like a slap in the face, and it really it put a bad taste in my mouth in general for that game. And then whenever I played week 4, I got absolutely smoked, and I know that I didn't play or prep well, and my opponent both played and prepped well. So I was like, I don't even want to upload this because I'm just going to get more rude comments, and I don't want to feel like that again. So I just decided not to post it. It is up on my opponent's channel. His links will be down in the description below. It's J Ricky. Love the dude to death. We play other games outside of Pokemon together all the time. But I didn't want to post the video, and I didn't want to look at the comments and know that I was going to be getting more comments about how I've basically just become awful since coming back to Draft League. And I ended up deleting a lot of them off the last video. I didn't delete every single one of them, but I deleted a lot of them. And so yeah, so I just didn't upload it, and I feel as though that's better for me, because I can't control what other people do. I can only control what I do, right? And by allowing me to take control of how I feel like that's smarter, and that's a more mature approach than just asking you guys not to feel a certain way about a video that you're watching or something like that. So I would rather just not post it, say go check out my opponent, and then move forward. Because right now we're about to play Frosted, and Frosted I'm petrified to play, because last time I played her, she beat me pretty bad. It is so frustrating to know going into this that I know that she's good, and I have to work even harder. So I know that she's a fantastic opponent, and I'm really scared to face her. But if you didn't watch the team builder, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do a quick rundown of the team right now, I guess, while I'm still waiting on her. I might as well just do the team builder now. Okay, so real quick, let's go over the team. We have Spidef, Slurpuff. You can see her team on the side right here. Victini, Zapdos, Steelix, Lycanroc, Scrafty, and Goodra. I think those are the most likely 6. She loves Doggo, which is why I think it's coming. Scrafty is like one of her only checks to Choice Banded Zygarde. And I think that everybody's going to be bringing their ground type versus me now that for the first 4 weeks I brought Regieleki, and I've done pretty well with it in my opinion. I think I've done enough to show that it's at least a good electric type to warrant always bringing your ground type versus me. That was kind of the hope with the first few weeks, and then for me to not bring it a couple weeks. But that's kind of what I'm expecting. I'm really expecting to see the top 6 with Vaporeon, Ribombee, and Amoonguss sprinkled in. Amoonguss is just last because I forgot that it was on her team whenever I was making the little thing. But so I have Slurpuff right here. I'm going to be starting off with this thing. I need to get up webs immediately, because if they don't have defog on Zapdos, which is kind of possible, I guess, because they want to have Thunderbolt, they want to have Thunderbolt, they want to have Hurricane for my Rillaboom, they want to have Toxic, and I assume they want to have Roost, or they want to have U-Turn. So I think it's gonna be difficult for them to fit on defog this week. If they don't have defog, they have a different they don't have a coverage, or they have dealing with something. So I'm a little excited to hazard stack her, but yeah, webs are the most important thing. This is also going to be my Scrafty check, believe it or not, because if it is like really fat to be able to take on Zygarde, I want to be able to come in, tank a hit, go for Dazzling Gleam, and then just absolutely nuke it. I am slightly worried if it's like DD with like a lot of bulk, because then it'll be really problematic for me to deal with. But I think it'll be Ice Punch, Knockoff, and I think it needs Drain Punch, because if it has Ice Punch and Knockoff for my Zygarde, I won't be able to touch Cobalion that well with DD without fighting coverage. And then without fighting coverage, it doesn't have a Poison Jab or an Iron Head for my Fairy. So that was kind of the mindset there. But really, Spadef, this is also one of my checks to Goodra. Also one of my checks to Ribombee. Just overall, generally normal stuff. Another very normal spread. Rocky Helmet, Slowbro, Future State, Slackoff, Scald, Toxic. I want Slackoff because if they have Doggo, I can actually tank 2 crunches if they're life orbed, and I'm able to get off some really good Rocky Helmet chip on them, click Slackoff, get a little bit more, and then pivot around. And if they're choice banded, I can actually pivot into something else to be able to try to take advantage of the choice banded set, which she has brought like 4 weeks in a row, so kind of expecting that. Choice banded Zygarde, Adamant, choice banded with webs up. I outspeed literally everything on the entire team outside of like choice scarfed Victini. Choice scarfed Victini can still outspeed me, but if it goes for V-Create, it won't do anything. If it goes, if it is scarfed, I have another way around it, which I'll get to in a minute. But choice banded extreme speed is really good for her offense, because things like Frostmoth, Victini, and Ribombee don't really like taking choice banded extreme speeds. But Thousand Arrows just kills it. It 2-shots the entire team. It literally 2-shots the entire team outside of Fizdef Ribombee. So that is kind of where we're going here. And if they go into Scrafty the first time, I can click Superpower the second time and just nuke it. So that was kind of the goal there. Sliggoo, this is a mixed defensive Sliggoo with Sap Sipper. This is going to be basically my check to their fat. I have Rest, Sleep, Talk, Acid Spray, Dragon Pulse. I beat down every single member of their fat. I beat down Scrafty, I beat down Amoonguss, I beat down Vaporeon, and I beat down Zapdos with this set all together. And I can do it pretty easily too, as long as I don't get knocked off by Scrafty. So that's the only worry I have, is getting knocked off by Scrafty. But aside from that, I click Acid Spray, something goes down to -2. I click Dragon Pulse, do a lot of damage. I rest up, I click Sleep Talk, and then I do the exact same thing over and over again, and I can beat down her bulk with just the Sliggoo. SD Cobalion is the win condition this week. I want to go for CC Zen Headbutt Stone Edge, and then I want to have SD with webs up. I outspeed the entire team naturally outside of, I believe, Lycanroc Dusk. Check. Yeah, I don't outspeed Lycanroc Dusk, but with webs up, they have to be scarfed in order to outspeed me. So then I outspeed that, can click Close Combat. And if you just go down the team, I hit the entire team for super effective damage outside of Goodra and Vaporeon. So I just need those things weakened. And then last but not least, we have Colossal. It's going to be basically my hazard setter and also my backup check to Ribombee. Also, I had a little bit of speed in Slowbro to be able to hit Amoonguss, but I ended up taking that off. But I did keep it in Colossal. I took it off because I needed the full Fizdef. I did keep it in Colossal to be able to outspeed Doggo. I'm sorry, not Doggo. Amoonguss, and click 2 Flamethrowers versus it and have a chance to 2-shot it if it is fully Fizdef after a Spike. So, and then of course Spike's Rapid Spin and Rock Slide. Rock Slide is there just for Victini. I'm Shukaberry in case they're Scorching Sands Victini, and then I'm able to go for Rock Slide as they go for Scorching Sands. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart. I just woke up and I'm very tired, and yeah, but so that is going to be the team that we're bringing against Frosted, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut now until we get into the game, and I will be right back. Alrighty, we are back and we've connected with Frosted. As you can see in the top left hand corner, we are mortal enemies because she sniped me a Vaporeon and she names it like Herald or some shit. Like that is just not acceptable. Like that is a defamation of our Lord and Savior Vaporeon. Like I'm totally kidding. Frost is actually one of the nicest people in the league. She's one of the most fun to joke around with, but I'm so nervous for this game because I'm currently 1-3. I need to win this to have a shot at playoffs. Otherwise, I'm like, shoo, not looking good. At least ICP is going well. Got it. Yeah, at least ICP is going well. At least I'm looking pretty strong in that one. But man, EWT and UBL, all of Otto's leagues, I've just like done complete garbaggio in. But yeah, hopefully Hopefully we can pull out a Dubsky. I really, really need to, but I'm very, very scared about what she could bring. I'm hoping... I mean, I'm really hoping to not see Goodra. But, like, I know Goodra's coming because Goodra's just really good. Yeah. Okay, so no Scrafty. No Amoonguss. And no Doggo. Sheesh. I'm getting up webs immediately, I think. No, I'm going to lead off with Colossal. In case they decide to lead off with Ribombee. Because anything else they lead off with, I have a good switch into. Even if they lead off with Ribombee, I have a good switch in. I need webs. I really do need webs up. Because if I get webs up, that means that Ribombee will be slower than my Cobalion. I can click Stone Edge versus it. That means Goodra's slowed down, and that's really all I need it for. Everything else, my Zygarde just absolutely throws hands at. Okay. I'm getting up webs immediately. I'm hoping that she leads off with Ribombee. Because, Slurpuff versus Ribombee. I could go for a Gleam to break the Sash and then webs. Yep. Yeah, I really do want webs up. I almost brought Rock Blast. But I ended up opting against it. If they go for Quiver first... Oh, they go for U-turn. They don't even set up their own webs. That is 100% fine by me. 100% fine by me. Because if they go into Steelix here, I'm going to go hard into my Slowbro. Victini. Get up some Webbers. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to protect to see what they go for. Or do I just hard switch out? I'm going to hard switch out. I want to get up a Spike. Because I could see a V-Create coming off. I could see a Bolt Strike coming off. I could see a lot of things coming off right here. And if they go back into like Zapdos or something, I can click Rock Slide versus it. But they go for Blue Flare. We get Flash Fire. That is perfect. That is perfect. So they are special. I really want to get up a Spike, I think. I just want to go for Rock Slide and do some damage. I think I'm going to go for... I'm going to go for a Spike. I'm going to play this smart. I'm going to make sure that I can do everything in my power. I have a feeling Zapdos is coming in. Herald. The fact that you name this thing Herald makes me so unbelievably angry. So now, I don't have the best switch-ins to this thing outside of Sliggoo. So we're just going to do that. Because Sliggoo is really only here for Vaporeon and Zapdos now. Look at Sliggoo. Lip turn. Ooh, okay. So I'm expecting Goodra to come in here. And the first calc I need to make of this game is how much I take with my Slurpuff. Beethoven. Okay. Are you going to take Webbers and a Spike? You're not. You're Boots. Okay. I'm going to go hard into Cole. So Ribombee is Boots. That's kind of annoying. They go for webs of their own, which is 100% fine. 100% fine, because I can Rapid Spin these away pretty easily. I think I'm going to go for Rapid Spin right now anyway. Just because I'm fine if you go for U-turn. Part of me is hoping that you go into Victini here, thinking that you can kill me with Scorching Sands. Nope. Herald comes in. And that thing is boots too? Are you just literally boots everything? I'm gonna go into Slowbro in case they go for flip turn again, take a little bit more Rocky Helmet chip. Worst case scenario, I can also fire off a Toxic, or I can fire off a Future Sight. Since they don't have their Scrafty, they have no switch into it, but they go straight for Ice Beam, which is cool. Fine by me. That does a lot. Me down to 170. I'm gonna click Future Sight here no matter what. Orion. Take a little bit more. They're offensive. They could even be modest offensive. How do I want to do this? I kind of want to go hard into my Zygarde here. Like, even if they go for Hurricane, I don't need this thing like healthy. I just need to be alive. Discharge, perfect. And now give me one. Yep. You go for Reflect. Does that save you here? I don't think it does with that. Yeah. Now you go for another Banded Arrows. I guess Ribombee could come in. Okay. I'm gonna go straight into Slowbro again, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing, except this time I think I'm gonna fire off a Toxic instead of a Future Sight. This thing is 100% offensive, so I need to be careful of Shadow Ball. But their Flip Turn, Wish, Ice Beam, they gotta have Scald. They gotta have Scald. I think I'm just gonna fire off a Future Sight, because if they pass this into ooh, okay, so they're Protect on this, which is fine. They get this back up to full health, so they're Wish, Protect, Ice Beam, Flip Turn. This is setup fodder for my Cobalion. Gonna go for a Toxic. I really wish I brought Rocks now, but I've seen 2 Pokemon with Boots. Take the Flip Turn. What are you going into? You're gonna go into Zapdos? Because if you do, come on, Slowbro, just please land the Toxic. Nice. Cool. So now, expecting the Roost, I think I'm going to go into... I'm going to go into my Sliggoo. Because the Vaporeon is going to be a little problematic for my Sliggoo, because it is offensive. Actually, never mind. Ice Beam is doing 34% maximum. I'm going to go for... Oh, Future Sight is so good. Future Sight is so good. I'm going to go for an Acid Spray here. And then I think I'm gonna go for another one, just because I don't want to allow Ribombee to come in for free. And if I keep clicking it versus Zapdos, they're gonna end up losing Zapdos, which is perfect. And they can go into Vaporeon Salazar. Is this? Ooh, okay. Are you gonna take spikes? You're not taking spikes either. Did you get rid of them, or am I on crack? Are you just 6 heavy duty boots? Like, if she brought 6 heavy duty boots, I'm gonna be salty. I'm not actually gonna be salty. That would be funny because I do love my Hazard. Now I'm gonna fire off another Future Sight as they get up rocks. So I think what I'm going to do here is yeah, I'm going to go into Zygarde again, because eventually my Choice Band at 1,000 arrows is going to claim a kill. Yeah, she would have to go for a Reflect right now, but then she would lose her Zapdos. So I'm just going to click arrows, and then it'll die to Future Sight. Amazing. And then it goes for the Reflect, which is perfect. Because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I can stall out their bulk pretty well. And Zapdos goes down to Slowbro. I'm going to type these in. Slowbro kills Zapdos. But now what do you go into? Because if you go into Ribombee, I think I just go hard into... You go hard into Herald. God, I hate the fact that you name this thing Herald. You're tilting me. Just by the existence of this Pokemon, it's tilting me. With Zapdos gone, that's one less Stone Edge I have to hit, which is great. You go for Flip Turn, take a little bit more Rocks damage, which is great. Or a little bit more Rocky Helmet damage, not Rocks. You know what I mean, though. And then if they go into Ribombee here, I think I have to go hard into my Coal. My Summer Body. That is great. And this is Boots too. Did I get a... Okay, I did. But like... Everything is Boots. Why? It's tilting me. Sub. That is very interesting. I will say, though, I always break sub with Dazzling Gleam, even if they're max HP. They have to be, like, super Spadef. Like... $190? Max careful or calm. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's good. I'm gonna go for a Wish here in case they go for a Sludge Bomb, but it's looking like I should have calced that Sludge Bomb damage or the Thunderbolt damage. I'm gonna go for a Wish here. God. Okay, so sub, but they're not lefties, so they have to have a Wish. They're trying to Wish pass into this. They go into Victini, which is fine. And this thing is boots too, isn't it? Yep. Oh my god, she literally brought 6 heavy-duty boots mons. Frosted, if you're watching this, I promise you, you are now my mortal enemy times 3. Like... Especially because, like, I was like, I'm not even gonna bring knockoff because realistically I don't want to have to knock off Zapdos, but oh my god, knockoff would have been phenomenal this game. Scorching Sands. No, 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 not today. Not today. I'm gonna go for another wish. I do take 2 blue flares from full. And I have a wish up to go pretty much into whatever I want to. Salazar, that is this. I'm going to go into my Slowbro. I'm mainly just trying to, I think this is the last turn of Reflect, which is kind of what really matters to me, because then I can just get in my Trace Painted Zygarde, and then I can claim another kill. Go for Toxic. That is a little unfortunate, but it's not like the end of the world, because now I'm just going to fire off a Future Sight, and then I'm going to drop in a Pokemon to click a button. So they are Scorching Sands, and Reflect is gone, which is perfect. So now I'm going to fire off a Future Sight. They're probably going to go into Vaporeon and try to Wish Pass into Goodra, which is fine. Like, in the grand scheme of things, it's okay. It's not the best, but... versus max HP Goodra, my +2 close combat does kill... Yeah. Oh. Okay. This just means that whenever I break it, it'll take the Future Sight damage. I'm gonna go hard in a Slurpuff. They only showed Thunderbolt as an offensive move, which means that I'm starting to wonder if that is their only way of actually hitting my Slurpuff. If they didn't even bring Sludge Bomb, because I would assume they have Dragon Stab, Sub, Thunderbolt, and then... Man, I don't even know. Probably wants to go for a wish here, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for a wish here. Because, like, even if they go for Sub, they'll be taking the Future Sight damage. No, Future Sight doesn't break Sub. Oh, but they're switching out. Cool. Go into I mean, having this thing with its Sub broken is really good. Or not its Sub, it's Sturdy broken. Because then my Cobalion just wins at +2. Oh, yeah. Yep, it is in range of close combat now. I'm going to click Protect here just to scout and see what they're going to do. They might pull a double expecting me to go into Slowbro again, and they don't want that, so... I'm sorry for playing this so passively, but I feel like I have to since she has so many heavy-duty boots mons. And by so many, I mean literally 6. If anything was not heavy-duty boots, I would be able to play this a little bit more aggressively. To Bombi. I do need to click Dazzling Gleam here, unfortunately. Because if I need to, I need to have this thing in range of a Banded Extreme Speed. And that requires at least 1 Dazzling Gleam. But they go for U-turn, which is totally fine. Go back into this thing. I really wish I had Flamethrower on this thing. But webs were super important in the game plan. Okay. I'm gonna take my time for a minute because she's very much worse off on timer than I am. I'm gonna go hard into my Zygarde. So I can wish it up pretty easily if I need to, but at the same time, I also just want to click 1,000 Arrows, and I think that they're gonna click like Crunch or something along those lines. No, they're gonna pull a double. Okay. To Beethoven. Okay. I'm going to go into my Slurpuff. They go for a Moonblast here, I'm assuming, because they don't want to lose their Ribombee. I think it's like one of their best checks to Banded Zygarde. 165 to 107. I was at 165 to 07. That did like 29%. I don't even think she has max special attack investment. I'm gonna click Dazzling Gleam here, because if they go into Steelix, what I can do is I can get a little bit more chip damage off on the Steelix, which is perfect. And then I can click Protect to gain a little bit more leftovers back to see what they're gonna do. Because they're playing super aggressively with Steelix, meaning that if I'm at a point where I can get in Zygarde versus it, they're not going to try to let me. So, Dazzling Gleam, get a little bit of chip off on this thing, which is nice. And then I'm going to go for a Wish. Because I do live a Psyshock, I do live... no, that's not what I wanted. I do live a Blue Flare from this range. Yep. Then I'm going to click Wish. Or I'm going to click Protect, not Wish. Protect. Okay. And I'm going to go into my Vaporeon here, I think. Or not my Vaporeon, my Slowbro. Mainly because I don't want the Steelix coming in for free. And I want to be able to nuke the Steelix if it comes to that. Go for Wish, that's fine. I'm going to go for a Future Sight. I don't think it's Spadef Steelix either. And now I think I'm going to Toxic this. Do I just switch out? I'm going to switch out into my Slurpuff. They're definitely going to stay in. I should have prioritized a Toxic there, because I know that they don't have Heal Bell. They go for Protect, which is cool. I'm going to go for a Wish here. Wish, Protect, Ice Beam, and Flip Turn. How do I want to do this? Perfect. And now I'm going to fire off a Dazzling Gleam as they go for Wish. Because it's looking like this Dazzling Gleam might actually do a decent chunk to it. Yeah. So now I'm back up at full. I'm going to click Wish here. I need to get this thing toxic because my Slurpuff can beat it 1v1. I just need it toxic. They go for Ice Beam, which is cool. They get the Wish back. And now I'm going to go into my Slowbro as they go for whatever they so well choose. I'm going to get a Toxic off on this thing. Because if I can do that, my Slurpuff just doesn't die versus her. Take rocks. I assume she's going to go for Ice Beam. She does. Take that super well. Now I'm going to go for a Toxic. Slowbro, you landed a Toxic earlier. I need you to land it again, buddy. I need you to land this again, my friend. They go for Wish. Perfect. Nice. Okay. I think I'm going to go for Future Sight here. Now that this thing is toxic, I'm not worried about it. I'm a little worried about it, but I'm not worried about it as much as I was before. I'm going to go for a Future Sight here. And then I'm going to switch on out and get back in my Slurpuff. Because I don't think she has the means of beating these two Pokemon together. She's trying to Wish Pass into Steelix, I assume. Yeah. But Future Sight's now up. And I think I'm just going to click Scald. Because even if they go into Vaporeon, they're going to be taking toxic damage. Like, they can get it healed up. I don't care. But at this point, I think the game is just going to be trying to get this thing sturdy broken, get in my Cobalion, and then sweep. They can go back into Vaporeon. I don't care. They can go into... Yep, that's totally fine. Because you're still going to be taking Future Sight, Toxic. Like, I don't care that you get the Water Absorb. That's 100% okay. I would rather get the damage off on Steelix than let this... Than have this thing not take an attack at all. And so now I'm kind of weakened, which is less than ideal. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch on out into my Slurpuff. This is a very grueling game. Very, very grueling game. You go for Flip Turn. Not the best, not the worst. I don't want to get trapped in a cycle, so I think what I'm going to do here is whenever Steelix comes in, I'm going to click Protect to get a little bit more Leftovers recovery. But Victini comes in. Nice. Oh, I get a crit. I'm sorry about that. I mean, I'm definitely sorry. That wasn't what the I mean was for. It was whether or not I think it's going to come in handy in the end. I'm going to click Protect here, just to scout. Because I've seen a lot of pivoting on her team. And I think that the extra chip damage is going to be what does her in. And if like she didn't have heavy duty boots, she would be dying so much faster, which is kind of funny to think about. But I'm going to click Protect again just to scout. Okay, I'm going to go hard into my Zygarde here. I live 2 of them. And by 2 of them, I mean 2 Ice Fangs, not 2 high horsepowers. I do live 2 high horsepowers, but you get the gist. Are you going to go for it? Nope. 158 to 101. So 158 was 83. 83 to 53 to 30%. They have a little bit of offensive investment, but either way, a choice banded arrows is what I need in order for my Cobalion to win. And realistically, it looks like I should live in Ice Fang, depending on investments. No, okay, I didn't. That is still fine, because Cobalion lives a high horsepower. Do I just click CC to be safe? I think I do click CC because I don't want Ribombee to come in. And close combat does look like it kills this thing with how much banded arrows did. Perfect. Okay. Not in the clear yet. Not in the clear yet. But losing Zygarde does stink. We go into Victini. Do I just click Stone Edge? No, they live a Stone Edge. Stone Edge is 51 to 61. I do think I'm going to click Spin here, though. Blue Flare, that's fine. I'm definitely going to click Spin. I need these rocks away, I think. Oh, I should have clicked Rock Slide, because then it would have been in range of Edge. Okay, whew, good. Harold, that's fine. Harold, I hate your nickname, but I love you as a Pokemon. Get another crit, that kind of stinks. But now I don't have to worry about rocks on literally anything. I'm gonna go hard into Slurpuff first, because Slurpuff is the thing that they do not have the means of breaking at this point. This thing just literally stalls everything out. So Victini comes in. I'm going to click Protect to gain a little bit of lefties back. Click Protect first. She's at 2 minutes and 33 seconds. I'm sorry that this is such a fat game. I hate playing like this, but I will say, if she did not have 6 heavy-duty boots, I would bring in my Cobalion, like, right now. I would bring it in right this second, click SD, and then I would go for Stone Edges. I'm gonna go for a Wish. Just trying to get the burn. Trying to get the burn. I don't blame her, though. I'm gonna click Protect just to be safe. I don't want to risk I don't want to risk the extra damage on my Slurpuff. She should know that she can't kill me, but I don't want to have to risk it. Beethoven, totally fine. I'm gonna click Dazzling Gleam this time. Blue Flare does 50% max. It does 96 points maximum. I'm going to click Dazzling Gleam, get a little bit of chip damage off on this thing. Goes for webs. Nice. I'm going to do it again. And like I said, I can spin somewhat easily versus her. It has to be versus the Ribombee, though. which is a little difficult, but I can also do it versus the Victini since I'm Shuka. And now we're in a scenario where I'm just going to go straight into my Slowbro, because I'm not letting a Wish Pass get off to Victini for free. Yeah. I'm gonna go hard into Slowbro as she goes for Wish, I assume. Ugh. She goes for Wish. I have to click Scald here. I have to click Scald here. Because I'm not letting Victini get back up to full. I'm just not doing it. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I know that this thing is a water absorb mon. I don't care. Just stay in. That did so much. That was a crit. Okay. I would rather do this, let this thing get up to full because it's toxic. Because it's still going to be taking a good amount of chip damage. And I can switch out here at any point in time, go into my Slurpuff, get a Wish to it, and I'll be fine. And that's exactly what I'm going to do right now, actually. Sliggoo hasn't really had to do a whole lot, which is kind of depressing. But Sliggoo also does a phenomenal job against her few remaining Pokemon. I'm going to click Dazzling Gleam here, I think. Yep, as she goes for Wish, I'm going to click Dazzling Gleam. Ooh. Into Victini. I don't know why she's doing this, though. I guess to reset toxic turns, maybe? I'm going to click Wish. She withdraws. I assume she's going back into Vaporeon. Yep. I'm just gonna keep making the same play over and over. It's like eventually she will run out of time. She cannot do this. She needs to make an offensive play somehow. She needs to go into Goodra. Because now she's definitely not going into Victini on this. I literally clicked Scald in front of a Vaporeon last time. There is no shot you're actually doing it. So I'm going to click Future Sight here. Future Sight. Yep. Perfect. Now let's find that you get back up to full. You're going to be taking a little bit more toxic damage, and then I'm going to go right back into my Slurpuff. And you're going to be in the exact same scenario that you were in last time with your Victini at slightly less health, I think. I really want to go into Colossal. Like, I really want to go into Colossal, but it's just not the right play. Like, she cannot break this. She cannot break this at this point in time. And if she goes for a Wish Pass into Victini, I think Victini dies. Slowbro to Victini. No, it won't. But this thing will be weakened. I'm just gonna click Dazzling Gleam to prevent the Victini from getting all the way up to full. Yep. Dazzling Gleam isn't doing enough to put it in range of Future Sight. But Future Sight will be doing a decent chunk. Yep. And it's only at a little over 50, which is perfect. I'm gonna throw up a wish. Yeah, I'm sorry that this is such a repetitive game. It's just, I don't want to make a bad play. I really don't. And then I'm gonna go into my Sliggoo. Because Sliggoo, I think, is honestly the most annoying Pokemon to her. Even more so than... I just messaged saying that I'm sorry this is such a stally long game. I'm gonna click Acid Spray. Glaciate, I should take 2 of these. Now it's at -2 Spadef. I'm gonna go for another Acid Spray. Because I'm not letting Ribombi come in for free. Harold, my friend. Harold. There's no shot you live a Dragon Pulse at -2, right? No. Not with poison damage. I'm taking this thing out right now. That's fine. Bam. Sliggoo picking up a kill. Good job. Good job, Sliggoo. So now I guess my next biggest worry is this thing. Because I haven't had a chance to spin away the webs yet. But they go for sub. My thing also sits in on this. Yep. Just gonna throw up a wish. Because now at this point, she definitely can't win. Because there is very little that she can do to keep her team healthy at this point. While I can keep my team extremely healthy. Like if Victini comes in, I click Protect, and then I send off another wish to my Sliggoo. If Ribombi comes in, I get off a wish to my Colossal. Party wants to go for a Gleam, but I know it's not the right play. Go right back in as Sliggoo. It sucks that this is such a long, stally game. I'm so sorry. I really am. However, ads. Yep. At least the crits haven't been like too impactful this game. I'm gonna go for another thing. Acid Spray. Now this thing's at -2 SPDEF, my Slurpuff can actually do a lot of damage to it with Dazzling Gleam. And I just need to get away these webs and I'll be good. Then he can bring in Cobalion. Just for sub, that is 100% fine by me. Gleam. T-Bolt does nothing. I'm gonna go for another Gleam, get a little bit of chip damage off on the Victini as it comes in. Yep, 50%, perfect. Part of me just wants to go for another Gleam, but I know that's not the right play. I'm gonna go hard into my Sliggoo, and I'm gonna click Rest, which, God. Do I go for that, or do I just wait until this thing goes down? I think I'm gonna go for Acid Spray. Because I think I see how I can get rid of the webs. By going for Acid Spray here. I live 2 of these, right? Ooh, no, I don't. Super close, though. Should have clicked Rest there. But, a little bit of extra chip damage. How do I want to do this? I'm gonna click Rest. I should have clicked Rest that last turn. I definitely should have clicked Rest that last turn. That was a bad play. Sliggoo, you god! Sliggoo the goat! Oh, I love this Pokemon. Sliggoo! Go off, sis. Well, you're actually a dude, so go off, bro. I really didn't intend for this battle to go like this. I just wanted this as a backup plan, you know? Can I get a Sleep Talk into Acid Spray, please? Like, that would be phenomenal if I could do that. Dragon Pulse, that's fine. Believe it or not, I actually take 2 Moonblasts, so I'm going to go for a Sleep Talk, and then I'm going to let Ribombi take this thing down, because if I'm able to let Ribombi take this thing down, I can spin away the webs, I can bring out my my Cobalion, and then I can just click buttons and I can claim kills, and that's what I need to do. She's typing to me, and she isn't picking a move. Please don't tell me you ran out of time. Come on, just give me an Acid Spray. Cause I got the situation I needed. I got the situation I needed. Just don't run out of time on me, please. No. That sucks, because I finally got the situation I needed. So the situation that I wanted was finally getting Ribombian versus Sliggoo. I let Sliggoo go down as I get a little bit more chip damage. I go into Colossal, click Rapid Spin to get away from the webs, and then I go into my Cobalion, and Cobalion sets up an SD, and then it just claims a kill, or it goes, or it, like, it doesn't even have to click SD, it could just click Raw Stone Edges, and it claims kills, but, that is my second game going to timer. I'm not upset that it went to timer. It's just, it's frustrating that it took so long for me to get into that position, but that was a phenomenal game by Frosted. 6 heavy duty bootsmons. It literally took every bit of strategy that I had going into this and threw it out the window. That was a phenomenal bring on her end. And what's funny is she mentioned in one of her videos recently that everybody thinks that like we could just hazard stack her and then she won't know what to do about it, but she clearly does know what to do about it because she just brought 6 heavy duty bootsmons and was fine. It's just, I am so sorry that that went to timer. That sucks. Guys, do me a favor. Frosted is one of the most genuinely amazing people that I've ever talked to. I know that we like joke around a lot about being like mortal enemies and shit, but she is so kind, she is so funny, and her editing and her videos is literally top tier. Go check her out because her content is higher quality than mine, and she is still a good player. 9 times out of 10, whenever somebody has good quality, they're not as good. She is just as good. So please, her links will be down in the description below. Please go check her out. I'm sorry that it went to timer. I'm sorry it was such a fat game. But whenever you put a Slurpuff Slowbro versus a Vaporeon Zapdos Goodra, like, it just sucks. And I feel bad. I feel really, really bad. But it is what it is. That is a 5-0 win at least. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get on out of here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.